Period. But and we are live. We are live. And listen, if you are coming back, and you've been here before, welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hey, y'all, I'm Nat. That's Master T.
Hey, y'all. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Listen, I know it's late, but we doing the recap for week 17. This is our first opportunity. They played games from Wednesday to Monday. That was a lot of games. So we just waited till it was all over, and now we're doing it. Okay, so listen. Wednesday, Christmas Day.
Oh, gosh. Can't believe it's really been a week of football.
It's been a whole week of football, and my Steelers look dreadful.
I was going for them too. I woke up, it was like, oh, and then I was like, oh.
We came out looking timid, weak. We already look and sound like we in disarray in the locker room. We sound like we in disarray. Let me say this before we get going. Master T, you were 13-3. I was 14-2 this week.
I'm still going.
We still good. We doing good. Listen, it ain't like we 3-13. We know what we're talking about a little bit.
Oh, so I can't wait till we get to that part too, because this week 17 shook up draft orders too.
It did, but listen, and we talked about this, but let's say, okay, so the Chiefs, the thing I've been talking about with everybody that I have talked to, and I don't understand, and I said I was going to demonstrate. I do not understand why. Why the receiver is way over there and our defender is way back here like, hey, go ahead and catch the ball. I'm going to wait till you catch it, and then I'm going to come and get you. Now, I watched a bunch of games where the defenders were running side by side with the receiver, and when the receiver went to catch the ball, the defender either batted the ball or he caught the ball. And I've seen defenders literally take the ball out of the receiver's hands, all of this without causing an interference. My point is, Mike Tomlin claimed they was playing a zone. Doggone it, when you play zone in basketball, it's the same thing. Everybody know where you at. They can see you. Duh. I said it before, I'll say it again. Everybody's wearing a jock strap, man to man. Don't be pretending, trying to trick them. We're going to line up like we playing man to man. Then we're going to jump in the zone. And pull your draws up and play man to man, because they're killing you in the zone. And Joe Buck, listen, that's all I'm going to say. You're standing there.
I have to say, that was a really cute impression. I like that way you said, yo, the man's over here, and then you be like, hey. But that's not just with you guys. That's a lot of people, a lot of teams that you do that. You be like, so you just gonna let them run past you, and you just gonna go, oh, I just think that the quarterback's gonna throw it short. I know you're gonna run past me, but I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna hustle to find you afterwards.
Why? You standing there like you don't know what? And listen. They got the thing was, a couple of people said, if everybody do their job, we'd be all right. So everybody kept saying, well, who are they talking about? So I went back and I looked at some tapes and some games. The only person I see standing around nowhere near a defender is Patrick Queen. Ooh. Now, he the one with the green dot supposed to be telling them where to go. Well, do he know where to go? Because he the one standing around and so I'm not the only one saying that. Other people said it too. So they had a big meeting, players meeting. Tomlin called a little meeting right after the game, right after the Christmas embarrassing loss and all that. So anyway, they had the meeting.
I mean, it wasn't as embarrassing as the Ravens-Texans game.
No, it wasn't, but it was when you consider we were 10-3 when this thing started, and we lost 3 straight games.
But at the same time, all of you guys, and I know everybody's talking about the Chiefs with it, but You, the Texans, the Chiefs, and the Ravens all played 3 games in 10 days. That's a
And
lot.
the Ravens scored 31 points and the Chiefs scored 29. There's no excuse. I don't want to hear it. They had energy. We could have had energy. I don't
Y'all have
want to hear it.
the Texans, though.
Okay. So anyway, the final score was 29-10. George Pickens. Now, George Pickens said,
Was he
let me
back
tell
in?
you,
Wasn't he sitting out? He wasn't out. He was out, right?
he played, but Tomlin claimed that Pickens ran the route correct. In other words, he's saying Russell threw the ball to the wrong spot. Ben Roethlisberger said Pickens didn't run the route right. More people said that Pickens didn't run the route right. Said, my mama always said, if everybody's saying this, one person saying this, more than likely all of these people is right. So anyway, Pickens looked like he was very frustrated. He was open a couple of times. All right, again, pull your jock strap up and let's win this game against the Bengals, which is going to be tough, and we'll talk about that. Now the Ravens, Texans, like you said, the only 2 points they got was a safety. Listen.
Sorry, guys, I did my thing. Okay.
You said 32-27. I said 32-27, and the score was 31-2. Listen.
I mean, if we was all right with the 30s, we were just wrong with the 2, but we was kind of close with the. Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't know they weren't gonna have nothing behind the 2, but the Ravens, Lamar looked so good, and this debate about is it him or Josh? Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, I'm gonna throw it all the way and say neither. We throwing Joe in this. Joe Burrow. Joe cool.
Listen, they said you got to throw Joe in there. My thing is this. The MVP of this season should be the player that has the most impressive performance as a player.
Burrow. It doesn't. I mean, it's Joe Burrow hands down because think about it. Even though they've had a losing streak record, them two, him and Jamar Chase have been the top. And then look at
yes, they've been the top, but when you
put hungry they were and came back and won, like, come on now.
They put a comparison up with the yardage, the completion percentage, the touchdowns, and the interceptions. Joe Burrows has more interceptions and more yards, but he also has more interceptions. Lamar has the most rushing yards, the best completion percentage, the least amount of interceptions.
I mean, I like Lamar. And then, of course, we got, but then you got, go ahead and talk with Josh. Also with Josh.
But what Josh got that the others don't have is the winning record for the team. He has less yardage than both Joe and Lamar. He has less touchdowns than Lamar, and he has more interceptions than Lamar and a lower completion percentage than Lamar.
It's really hard. They all could do it, but I mean, considering I'm always for like Lamar. I like Lamar, but this season I'm all for like, hey, Joe Cool. You playing from behind, and you still. Although I was listening to one of the game day finals, and they pretty much said it's not that the Bengals are putting too much pressure on Joe Burrow. He's the one who's kind of been doing our stuff. They said pretty much offense is what has it. Their defense has kind of been what's.
Yeah, but okay. So anyway, now the Seahawks and the Bears, the lowest scoring game of the season, 6-3. Seahawks won. Okay, that was so boring. It was really boring. It was the Chargers and the Patriots.
That was the last Thursday night football game.
Yeah, there's nothing else to say. The Chargers and the Patriots, 40-7.
Well, we knew that.
That's why I say, in a way, I'm glad we are not playing the Chargers. They are red hot. They are hot, 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 hot. 40-7. They beat the Sox off the Patriots. Listen. I don't know what to say about the Patriots.
Well, currently they have the number 1 seed, the number 1 draft pick.
Okay.
So,
all right. Yay. Okay.
Even wait, the Giants end up winning it. They end up was like, nope, we ain't taking the number 1 seed. We're gonna.
They played like we said people would be playing, to be a spoiler, to be that spoiler, to be the Colts were a spoiler. I mean, they were the spoiler for the Colts.
But
the
also
Giants
at the same time, Anthony Richardson was not playing, and I remember I said if they don't play, they're gonna be it's gonna change. But yeah, they played.
And you know, I love Joe Flacco, and I thought Joe Flacco could do it, but he couldn't do it Sunday. He couldn't do it. Now, the other game I want to talk about right quick was the Broncos and the Bengals. We had it as a game of the week, and we knew the Bengals.
Well, it did just. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to start off. It did disappoint me in the beginning because I was like, this game is boring. And then all of a sudden, fourth quarter came. I said, ooh. And I was like, what? And I was like, ooh. Yeah, that's literally how my expressions were the whole time. Because I was like, man, it's boring. Started playing on my phone, looking at stuff. I'm like, okay, buy stuff. Okay. Then all of a sudden, I was like, what?
I came back, it was tied in overtime. I was like, what happened?
Oh, I saw that part.
Now, let me say this. When the Bengals, not the Bengals, when the Bills and the Chiefs played in the championship game and it went into overtime, and the Bills did not get a chance to possess the ball, they started complaining then that each team should get an opportunity to possess the ball. Because the first team to get the ball, if you score a touchdown, it's over. And I think the overtime should be more like college. Each team should get a chance to possess the ball. And if both teams score, then you go again. But I don't think it should
also college doesn't have a time. It's not time.
That's fine. But again, I don't think it should be the flip of the coin. The first person get the ball and they score a touchdown, and the next person don't even get an opportunity to possess the ball. I don't like it. But anyway, so they got the ball. They went right down and scored. That game was unbelievable. That one and
but also remember the Bengals almost had it because I was laughing because I heard the guy in the background. Because remember, the Bengals kicker, everybody's kicker is hurt. I know my Falcons hurt. My coup is hurt too. So all of a sudden, when he missed that field goal, all of a sudden, all I heard with the background was just said, "You have one effing job." I'm like, that's what we all say. The kicker missed the field goal. Everybody always say it. You got one job. Your job is to kick the ball into these uprights.
Wasn't there another overtime game?
I mean, besides my Falcons.
I'm having a hot flash. Hold on. Wasn't there another overtime game?
Well,
I had the nerve to fall asleep on the game. And when I woke up, it was overtime. I said, oh my gosh, I done missed the game. And as soon as I started looking, getting ready to get to the computer, it was over.
So we got Denver and Cincy. They went into overtime. Wow, we both have the same score. Jesus.
Yeah, the same score.
And then we
had same score.
Right, overtime. Only difference is Denver got a chance to possess the ball too. Both of them.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
We had the Cardinals Rams game that was a pretty good defensive game.
That was a good game. The final score was 13-9. The Cardinals looked like they were going to do something. It is so funny to me. I watched
interception. I said, gosh, dang it.
Yeah. Now, hold up. This was not playoff potential, none of that. But 40-14, the Bills over the Jets. The Jets didn't score until Tyrod Taylor got in there. Supposedly, Aaron Rodgers asked to put Tyrod Taylor in, supposedly.
Let me cough. Let me clear my throat right quick.
Let me clear
Maybe
my
because
throat.
I think that was Aaron saying he tried to get his
Listen,
kid that he was like, you know what?
Tyrod went right down the field and scored. And let me say this. Some people say that they don't want Lamar to win the MVP because it'll be 3 times. Aaron won 4. What's the problem? What the problem is? Aaron won 4 times. Peyton Manning won 5. Tom won 3. Jim Brown won 3. What's the problem? Why you can't win it again? I'm just saying. Anyway, the other game, the Dolphins are still on life support. The Dolphins are still on life support. Hold it. Hold up. Wait a doggone minute. The other game of the week was the what?
The Vikings and Packers, which didn't disappoint either. But to the point that because the Vikings end up winning, now we get to have a beautiful Sunday night football game against the Lions and Vikings for the what? Number 1 seed. Because we all thought the Lions were going to just run away with it. And the Vikings said, hold up. I got you. We still a part of it too. Once again, as I said earlier, when I first running back to preseason, when I literally said, you guys, the NFC North is not to be played with. I literally called it.
You said it, and I will say this. 40-34, the Lions over the 40. Where the Lions finding these players at? Where they getting them from? Everybody on the injured list. Every time I look, it's somebody in there.
They got like 20 people. Winning. They got 20 of they like starters on like injury reserve.
It was 17 the last time I checked, and then they done added some more. And they still winning.
Dan Campbell said, by anybody's necessary, anybody can get it. And guess what? We do it even better when we on the road.
And they go for fourth down. No matter what it is, they go for it.
So I was talking to a Rams fan yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
So, and of course, we were recapping about everything going on in the playoff picture. And of course, they were like, so, Tampa. And I said, yeah, I'm not really happy that Tampa's probably going to end up in the South number 4 seed. But then I looked and I said, ooh, but as of right now, if they do it that way, depending on what happens, they either play the Vikings or they play the Lions. I said, oh, I'm going to tell you this right now. A part of me wants them to play the Lions and then for them to get their butt whipped so bad. And they was like, are you saying that because? I said, yes, I am saying that because I'm a Falcons fan and all that other stuff. But I said, it don't matter. I said, if the Lions do not make it as the number 1 seed, I'm telling you right now, they're going to crush everybody's doing it. Because they also have not lost a road game yet. They're the only team so far who has not lost a road game this season. And they will be so dangerous. And so I think they're already dangerous, but I think they will be more dangerous pissed at the fact that, oh, snap, we can't play at home and we're not the number 1 seed and we were supposed to be the number 1 seed the whole time. Oh, all y'all about to get this smoke.
Yeah. So listen, guys, we know that it's down to the wire. They waited until after the games were played to make the schedule for this week.
Which we knew that was going to happen.
All of the games literally said TBD, to be determined. They was literally waiting to make the schedule.
Honestly, I really thought before that the final game, like the final Sunday night football game, I thought it was going to be Detroit and the Vikings. But I also thought it could have been also the Seahawks and
Chargers. No, not Chargers.
No. Seahawks and I forget who was in it.
Cardinals. Seahawks and the Cardinals.
Nope, not Cardinals.
Rams.
Yes, I thought it was going to be a Seahawks and Rams one because they would have been competing for NFC West Championship. So I thought it was going to be one of them two. But then since the Rams kind of already got help from us and some other people, and they got into it. That's why I was like, okay, it's not going to be them. But they really were trying to determine. Like, I have to, it's very interesting because that last game of the season, it's very hard to figure out, okay, who's going to, what time everybody's playing at, and
Yeah.
it's going to be that last one because it has to be like a banger. And I'm looking forward to it. Oh, yeah. So also, I guess I got to now put on my big girl panties and talk about how we lost on Sunday night. Yeah. We're gonna have a moment of silence.
I mean,
and if anybody wants to watch it, it's currently on right now on NFL Network because they keep on playing it because it was such a great game. As I was at work screaming, not trying to.
Jaden Daniels is a freak of nature, and they compare his stats. Didn't I see a picture of his stats versus Lamar's in the rookie year?
I couldn't really see it because I was at work, so I wasn't.
No, I saw it today.
Oh,
I just saw it today, and it was comparing him and Lamar in their rookie year, and it's like neck and neck. It's like neck and neck. He is unbelievable.
I have to give him props. They let him go. Look, I was over there like, come on, man. Y'all know that this boy runs, and he whatchamacallit. If you let him run, Jaden's gonna run. He's like how you said with Lamar. You give Lamar time and space. That boy's like, whoop. And I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. I mean, we put up a fight, and I'm sad that we couldn't kick a field goal to end it. But props up to Michael Penix, okay, Jr. He did a good job. And for this, I don't care what nobody says. My group chat and my Falcons group chat was going off talking about we need to fire everybody. But I'm like, give it a chance. It's only one game. I know.
Let me ask you this before we leave. Do you think?
I feel like I know what this question is.
Should you have gone to Penix sooner?
Yep. I am so. Yep. I am with
you. You know what I was gonna ask.
Yes, because everybody's asked me that. They said, "Do you think we should have gone?" And I totally agree. I think we should have.
At least 2 games ago.
Man, we should have went with him after that. That loss in New Orleans. When
how many games ago was that? Was that 4 ago or 3?
About like 5, like 4 or 5. Oh. It was a minute. They should have changed him a minute ago. It shouldn't have taken to that Raiders game. And that Raiders game was too close for comfort. And they should have played him prior to that. I think they should have started him after that bye. After the bye.
The second week that he had multiple interceptions should have been the week. Okay, so the first week he had a bunch of interceptions. Okay, the second week, okay. The third week, if he was okay, so the third week, if he was messing up quarter 1 and 2 at the half, he don't come back.
Yeah,
no more.
He should have. Michael actually technically, I would have. Okay, we can keep you for the Seahawks game. Fine. Okay, fine. That's when you started effing up. Then I love you, Kurt. Though. Then the second one when you messed up in New Orleans. Okay, then that would have been my first. That was our first one. Like, we need to and that was the one he got hurt on. Then during the Broncos game,
he really started grimacing. Remember, I said his face. He was like, ugh.
Yeah, that was the game he started. Hurt. The when we played the Broncos and we got our ASSs kicked when we didn't have we only had field goals. They should have took him out and they put Michael in. I think maybe the last in the middle of fourth quarter. They should have put him in after halftime.
At half, right.
That alone, they should have started him after the bye week when we had that long, nice little bye week.
Yes.
Started him then because we probably would have won against the Chargers.
And probably because they wouldn't have been ready for him.
They would have took him Chargers, check. Our next couple of games we would have done and we would have solidified it. So in my personal opinion, yes. And it's not just my personal opinion, it's a lot of our opinions that they went long.
Now that being said, do you think the Steelers should go back to Justin or should we stay with Russell and intertwine Justin in like we were doing when we were winning?
I agree on that last one. I think you guys should definitely have put them because it's like Russell gets you down the field. Justin
gets us in the end zone.
Right. But for some reason, once you get in the red zone, it's not clicking.
Yeah.
But somehow Justin was able to help y'all do it. And that's where I think that's where it should be almost like what the Saints used to do with Taysom Hill and Derek Carr and stuff. They would.
In the weeks we did it, we won the game.
Right. So I don't
So
know.
why do you not keep doing it? I don't care if they know it's coming. You perfect it so they can't stop it. Like the tush push. People know it's coming, but you can't stop it because they execute it perfectly. So that being said, this has been the live recap, the live lengthy, juicy recap of week 17. Listen, the last and final week of regular season football is upon us. We are going to end this live video. Replay watchers, we thank you. We're going to record our predictions. They will be up probably tomorrow, and the game starts Saturday. So again, Happy New Year.
Akemashite omedetou.
Oh, that's Japanese.
It was.
Okay.
I had to do it.
So we thank you for watching. Peace and love. See you next time.